Okay, so at what point did you start getting serious about it?
Uh, when my homeboy Six took us to a real studio for the first time, we wrote our first record. My homeboy Dion, he do tattoos.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and at the time, he had a clothing line called Supernamorty, and he wanted us to do a track to pertaining to his clothing line. It ended up not being pertaining to the clothing line, but we ended up rapping on one of his beats. And I went to the studio for the first time. And then once I got on the mic for the first time, I really realized, like, damn, this shit fun. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is
Mm-hmm.
something I would love to do. Then I
Yeah,
was like, you know what? Fuck it. Let's just try this shit one time. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I quit my job. I remember my mama talking shit because I quit my job and told her I was doing music and shit, but she ended up supporting the shit though. My mama was real supportive.
yeah,
She ended up supporting it, but she wasn't trying to hear it at first. Like any mom
yeah,
ain't trying to hear, like, nigga, you about to do this and ain't making no money, nigga, quit your job. Like,
yeah. You
but
had to make her a believer.
yeah, so I had to make her believer, but we actually did, start, making a little sting for ourselves, you know what I'm saying, doing little shows, getting booked and stuff, going on different little tours, opening up for people and stuff. So it kind of heated up a little bit.
I don't sound little, bro.
No, I mean, I always downplay stuff people
Yeah,
say, but
nah.
you know what I'm saying. But no, we
I've
did
been
like,
taking that out of my vocabulary, so I try
yeah,
to
I
like
got to
soft
stop.
check people when they say that,
Yeah,
man. Like
yeah, you're right.
ain't
I got to
shit little
stop.
though, bro.
Yeah, I got to stop downplaying it though. But we
Yeah,
did we did a lot of stuff. We opened up 50 Cent Fat Joe one time.
yeah. Pop it then.
Slim Thug, man, we was down in Miami popping our shit. You know what I'm saying? That's when I really turned my hustle up too, and I learned that music, man, take a lot of money. Like,
Yeah, for
and not
sure.
even just spending money on radio and this and that. Like, you got to travel,
Yeah,
you got to dress, you got to buy liquor, you got to, you know what I'm saying, mingle with the chicks, and it's a lot of stuff that you got to do, man. You got to have
yeah.
money. That's when I had to turn my hustle up, like, because at the end of the day, boy, if you ain't got that cheese, man, to do what you need to do, boy, it's gonna be bad for you.
It's gonna be bad,
Yeah, it's
man.
gonna be
It
bad.
ain't just about going to the studio and
Nah,
putting out a record,
that's the
man. It's
that's the
more to
easy
it.
shit.
Yeah,
That's
I be
easy.
trying to preach that to them, but they don't want to get it,
That's
man.
easy, man. That's the easy part right there.
They gonna be what they gonna be. So, if you had any, what was your musical influences?
Um, Jigga, of course.
Mm-hmm.
Juvenile. I was a Lil Wayne fan, but mostly Jay Z, man. Like Hove, man. Like the era that he grew up in. Even I'm gonna even go with Jeezy too. Like I just like the hustle they had, like how Rockefeller, CTE. I'm gonna even put the BMF thing in there because everybody really know Jeezy from BMF. You know what I'm saying? But the
Uh,
the hustle they had, going out with the t-shirts in the club, supporting each other. Everybody know the record. Everybody on stage doing their thing. Like I just love that aspect of it. You know what I'm saying? So that was like a real motivation to me. You feel what
yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah, I can feel that,
Yeah.
man. So, when you was first starting, what was your process like? Were you writing, freestyling?
No, I never. You know what's so crazy? No,
Mm,
I never. I ain't gonna even sit here and cap like I was just going in that booth going crazy. No, I had to write my shit down when I was first doing that shit. I had to write it down because my thought process was I only could drive around and think of my shit and write it down. You feel what I'm
mm-hmm.
saying? So that was the only way I could do it. So I used to ride around my homeboy Picasso. He used to be selling rocks. We used to be going through the hood selling rocks to fiends, and I used to be writing my shit down, and he'd be like, "Dog, you should say it like this. Switch this line, whoopty whoop, blah blah split." And then I learned that writing was a good process for me. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But I did eventually start doing it that way, not freestyling, but going in there going bar for bar and shit like that though. But
Uh,
I seen that first through my homeboy Cash Out, shout out to whom, that he was the first person. Him, Mac Nichols, like was the first people I seen like do that, like go in there and just go bar for bar and shit. And then when I found out, I was like, damn, that shit kind of worked. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? I like it better.
yeah. Y'all sound like y'all was multitasking,
Man,
hustling,
oh my
writing
God.
raps. You
Oh
feel me?
man,
Y'all wasn't just trying to
everything.
be stuck in the hood though.
Nah,
So
man,
I
everything.
respect it though,
For
man.
sure.
So after you released your first track, like what was your expectations for it? Did you have high expectations or?
My first real track I released was Who Get It. That was with me and my homeboy Hydro. And
Yeah.
at that time I was going out to the clubs a lot. I was rapping, but I was taking it serious, but it wasn't like, oh, I'm about to go out here to specifically be on some rap shit. I was going out there to party and rap came second.
Right.
And it just so happened it went together when I found out, like, hold on, we going out to this bitch 50D, we got t-shirts on, we got bottles, we man clubs, like, oh, okay. Let me use this shit to now I'm conscious of it. Like, let me use this shit to start making this rap shit pop. So we
Right.
started getting booked at Eastern Michigan, Michigan State, Fake the Funks, and all these different kind of colleges around around Michigan and all that shit.
Mm-hmm.
That shit started popping, man. Like my first record that I ever dropped, like for real, that bitch was going up. That bitch still a classic to this day. Who Get It was produced by my homeboy Symphony too. Shout out to Symphony.
Okay, and what kind of feedback did you receive about it?
Man, listen. When I tell you, like every college party we used to do, like a Plan B, Envy, Tiki Bob's and Pontiac, all that kind of stuff up in Lansing and Ypsilanti and stuff, man. When I tell you we had that motherfucker rocking, like we was national artists, man, when we was doing that shit. Like niggas knew that shit word for word. I'm talking about every time we played that shit. If they just hear it on, because it started with like a money counter going in the beginning of the song. As soon as they hear that shit going on, it go crazy. I'm talking about shirts, so niggas take shirts off, niggas throwing money, girls doing whatever we want them to do, all that stuff. Like we was having our way. I ain't gonna lie.
All right, so yeah, them college parties, they'll get you out there, man. A lot
No,
of
the
people
college,
don't know that, but them college kids, man, they love music. They
man,
in
they
their
love it.
dorm,
They love it.
whatever they doing, they got music
They love
involved.
it.
You study, you got music. You mess with girls, you got music. You out, you got music. That's
Absolutely.
all they got to do for real. So that's a real big market.
Absolutely.
And if they on campus, y'all throwing a show there.
Yep.
They ain't really got no choice but to go there.
No, for real.
You ain't got nothing else going on unless you gonna sit in your dorm and just be lame or whatever.
Mm-hmm.